Hey everyone, Craig from Accelerate, and today we're showing you through another 300 series build. This one's big, it's black, and it's bloody beautiful. Come check it out. So we've got Drew here, the most beautiful man in the world, who completed the work on this car. I'm just going to run through a bit of a Q&A with him on the build. Rightio, Drew, what went well with this build? What's your favourite part?
I think everything went well. It was a pretty smooth build altogether. My favourite part is the drawer system in the rear. Come up very nice and schmicky.
Yes, really nice combination from RV Solutions, one of their new ones, so turned out pretty snazzy. On the flip side of that, what was the challenge you had with it?
I think the challenge is plumbing up the water bladder inside the drawer system. It's still come up really, really nice, but just navigating all the hoses around. But yeah.
It's trying to make it all safe and functional and do what it needs to do.
Continue doing my thing.
Yeah. Thanks again, Drew. That was an excellent build.
No worries, thank you.
Righto, so this build consists of a few different bits and pieces. So on the top, we've got obviously the ARB base rack with solar. We've got obviously Max Tracks. We've got Bush Company awning. Inside, RV Solutions, full drawer setup, Invicta Lithium under the floor, Redarc electrical system. And yeah, we've also got a water bladder with full plumbing, inlets, outlets. Basically everything you're gonna need to get out and about on the road. Righto guys, so something that we've had in the works for a little while now is our rear mounted antenna bracket. So pretty schmick looking idea. Saves going on the front if you hate looking at an antenna on the front of your car in your view. So completely out of your view, on the back of the car, manufactured in-house. This is one of our first prototypes, so they're still not released just yet, but keep an eye on our online store because they will be available very shortly. Very neat little mount for these GME XRS radio and antenna. So for storage in this 300, obviously storage is something you need when you're out traveling. So very, very functional drawer system from RV Solutions. These are the premium alloys, so they're super nice and light while still being super strong. And this is the premium black trim, which suits these 300s really, really nicely. So this configuration here is one of the brand new ones from RV Solutions. So we've got the Engel 30-litre drawer fridge. We've got obviously a little slimline pantry underneath with a lift up lid. So use it as a cutting board, whatever. And then we also still have a good size drawer in top to store all your bits and pieces. Full size garden hose reel fits nicely. So still heaps of room, a really, really practical solution for touring. Okie dokie, so what the best part is you actually can't see it. So we've got a 35-litre water bladder in this side wing panel. So simply under here, it fills up. We have, that is all operated via an electric water pump with a normal garden hose outlet with a stopper here. So turn the switch on, it's not going to pump water out until you plug a hose into this nice little recessed bracket, and the fill point is just down the bottom on the tow bar. So really, really awesome water storage solution, taking up more or less dead space. Now, underneath the drawer system, clean on the floor, we have all of our electricals. So we have an Invicta 100 amp hour lithium battery, Enerdrive 1000 watt inverter, and a Redarc 40 amp DC to DC charger to keep this bad boy charged while you're driving. So this will run, you know, this Engel Fridge for sort of up to 3 to 4 days with no hassles at all, and also recharge super duper quickly. Rightio, so in a bit more detail about the electrical system in this bad boy. So the heart of the system is obviously the battery. For this one, we've gone the Invicta Super Slim 100 amp hour lithium battery. So he fits right underneath the drawer system using completely wasted space. So you're not taking up any more room in the back of your car. Now, this bad boy is obviously covered by Invicta's 5-year full replacement warranty. So to charge this Invicta 100 amp hour up, we have a Redarc 40 amp DC to DC charger. So what this bad boy does is, as I just mentioned, as you're driving, is putting 40 amps constant charge into this battery, meaning that from dead empty to completely full is less than 3 hours worth of driving. So super quick recharge time. Also has the ability to charge off of solar. And for solar input, we've got an Enerdrive 190 watt solar panel up on the ARB base rack, all mounted down nice and flat. So that's going to help offset the running of this fridge, providing the sunshine would keep this running indefinitely. Now, the customers also requested an Enerdrive 1000 watt inverter, which has been wired up to this outlet here, this double outlet, and obviously switched by the remote switch here. So he can charge his power tools and your smaller appliances. And so to obviously run some extra accessories, if he wants to plug a second fridge in or charge his phone, that sort of jazz, we've got our custom Accelerate cup holder bracket on the passenger side here, which gives the customer 2 Gray Anderson outlets, a twin USB A and C socket, as well as a SIG. So really nice little neat socket setup for your 300. Rightio, so any good touring setup is not complete without some good lighting. Obviously camping at night time, you need to be able to see what the hell you're doing. So on this one, we've gone for 4 STEDI Micro Touch lights. Now these are a really, really awesome light. Personally, my favorite light for touring. Little tiny slimline STEDI light, and they're dual color. So they're amber and white, and they're switchable and dimmable via the touch buttons on the light themselves. So you're not having to press 100 different switches or open your phone up. You literally flick your master switch on so they have power, and you can turn them on to amber, white, combination, and dim both sides all at once. So there's 4 of them, 2 on passenger side, 2 on driver side. One's on the passenger side. We've actually done a bit of a custom mount for them, and they're mounted just actually on the awning itself and down a bit, so they can be seen and used with awning packed away and also set up. So a really handy little light for that. Now in the tailgate, we've got the JBA custom tailgate light. So it sits nice and flush in the tailgate, operated via a 2-way switch in the back panel here. So you can change between amber and white. So yeah, really nice little light, which is going to project some light down in here for when you're touring, camping, using the fridge, using your little drawer as a cutting board, whatever. Just a really good little light. So obviously no touring setup is complete without an air compressor. So this one, we've done a nice integrated setup. We've got the ARB twin cylinder compressor that everyone has known and loved for a very long time. Mounted in the side wing panel of the drawer, so once again taking up more or less useless space. And once again, a nice little flush mounted bracket, switch through here, and obviously air chuck there with a 6-meter hose. So you can plug in, pump up all your tires on the car and the caravan, and get you going once you've been on the beach. As always, our flavour of choice for touring builds for communications is the GME XRS Radio. So these guys are obviously Australian made, which is a huge plus. Always like to support Australian, but also highly advanced. So you can program them to do all sorts of cool things, like a memory playback feature. So if you miss a transmission, you can actually replay it, as well as all your Bluetooth connectivity, all that sort of jazz. So really awesome Australian made unit installed on here on our custom bracket. As with any touring setup, if you're towing, obviously you need the car set up to be able to power whatever you're towing. So this is no exception. We've fitted a 12-pin trailer plug wired to suit the customer's caravan. We've also fitted a Gray Anderson plug as well to charge the batteries in his van while he's driving. We've also fitted a Redarc Tow Pro Elite V3 brake controller, which is still by far the best brake controller in my opinion on the market today. Rightio, so roof rack of choice for 300 series, in my opinion, it's hard to go past the ARB base rack. So this one is the shorter one, so it clears the sunroof, so you still retain full sunroof functionality. But yeah, still a super practical and strong roof rack for 300 series, nice and sleek. Now on it, obviously as I mentioned before, we've got the solar panel mounted down here, nice and flat. There's also still space for a set of max tracks and a really good platform to mount this Bush Company 180-degree max awning off of. So this one opens up both ends, it gives you extra shade coverage over a standard awning without having the full wrap around the back and hitting the tailgate. So really awesome practical awning from the Bush Company, which is going to suit this customer's needs fantastically. Awesome guys, so in conclusion, this is a really nice practical build set up exactly for touring, which is exactly what the customer wanted. So it's going to get him out and about, using the car. Everything's going to be super easy to use, super nice to use, and look the part too. I think this thing looks awesome. Alrighty guys, thanks again so much for watching. Unfortunately, this is my last build for Accelerate. Obviously, my legacy will continue on, but thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, please drop in the comment section down below. Don't forget to shoot us a like and a subscribe. If you want to see our other touring builds, check them out up here, and YouTube reckons you should watch this.
Accelerate off-grid touring, powering your adventures.